Hi folks, well this is the last video for this New Year weekend. Bit of a wrap up. We've had a lot to do out here and try and fit the videos in as well. So if you're watching these, I hope you get some information out of it. Certainly suits us well what we've done out here. We've integrated modern technology with old technology and skills. For instance, what Mrs. Dragon and I made the other day. We've done a lot of training out here over the years on basic skills and that sort of thing. But we realised that modern technology will fail, so we've looked past that, and we've done training and learned skills to get us past that hurdle. Modern technology during the initial stages will give you that advantage, and in a survival situation you need every advantage you can get. So by all means, if you're watching these videos, all comments are most welcome, suggestions. You've got to remember that this is a totally different environment, climate to other members on the forum. Good land is very hard to find these days, and very expensive as well. It's getting harder to find, not just here in Australia but overseas, as most of you can appreciate. Sustainability, well, as I mentioned in other videos, water is a big problem here in Australia, always has been. So as I said, this place is as sustainable as long as we've got water or we're able to pump it. There's no permanent streams or creeks or rivers or anything around here. People, communities living around here are either living off rainwater tanks or bores situation. During a drought, when the rainwater tanks went dry, they had to buy water in. But you're in a catch-22 situation. To make a BOL or a retreat sustainable, you've got to make sure you've got enough human resources to make it sustainable, but you also got to have enough resources to keep them alive. So it's catch-22. It's a very fine balance. At times we've had 18 people out here. Stretched our resources to the limit, and truly stretched my patience to the limit. Most of them weren't part of our group, so they didn't actually work as a team. Excuse me. We've used caravans out here for accommodation, and it comes back to morale, where people have got a safe, dry, warm place to sleep. And there's all those other issues that you've really got to look into. Look outside the box. I prefer to use the term salvaging stuff, whether it's man-made or natural, rather than foraging. As you know, most survivors have got a bad rap with the general community. Gung-ho, up the smoke, plenty of guts, Rambos. We're not. So salvaging is a word I prefer to use. This place has served us well. We've had it for pretty well 15 years. To the west, off in that direction, is a farming community. We grow grain crops, beef cattle, dairy, and that sort of thing. So there are opportunities there if the opportunities present themselves. I won't go any more into that. We have grown crops out here, on a small scale, to see if it's achievable. Yes, it is. But again, it comes back to the more people you have, more sustainable food supply you've got to have, sustainable water supply, and a whole heap of other things. So, as I said before, it's a catch-22 situation. You've got to find that balance. So, it just about wraps it up for this weekend. Do your research if you're looking at buying some land somewhere. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You'll never find a perfect location. But do the research, find out about your resource availability. Helps you work out your sustainability of the site over the long term. And one thing in particular, it doesn't matter how isolated you think you are, you're not. Humans tend to leave a big footprint. Everywhere they go, you know they're there. Whether it's noise, whatever, rubbish, anything like that. And people will eventually find you, either on the ground or with the birds in the sky. So you're never truly isolated with any BOL or retreat. You can camouflage as much as you like, but people know what to look for, they'll find you. So it's just something to keep in the back of your mind. So as I said, I hope these videos help some people, give them a few ideas. Not ideal for them, depending on your location, climate, all that sort of stuff you've got to take into consideration, but it's worked well for us. Is it sustainable in the long term? Well, nobody really knows until it actually happens, and let's hope it never happens. So it's plan B or plan C. Our primary plan at the moment is to bug in at home. If the need arises that we need to move, then this is a site we can come to. And the flooding last year, where we had the starting of civil unrest in a rural city 40 miles to the south of us, had it have got out of hand and become more serious, and we would have had to move, we were blindsided because there was no way we could actually get out here by road, primary or secondary roads. We've mapped this area quite extensively over the last few years. So all the roads were cut, there was no way we could get here. This place was high and dry, no flood damage here, it's on the side of a hill. Similarly, trying to hump it across the ground on foot at that particular time was absolutely impossible. Flooded creeks, streams, all that sort of stuff, and believe it or not, it was summer, and even in summer you still suffer weather exposure, which is a whole new ball game, which hopefully someone else will talk about on the forum. So anyway, I'll wrap it up there. By all means, watch it, enjoy it if you can, if you want to. If you find it boring, turn it off, I don't care. If you learn something out of it, so much the better. Opens up some thoughts, opens up the box for you. You might be able to adapt some of these ideas to your particular situation. Thanks very much.